Hi, there's so much I want to share with all of you today, and I'm going to try to take it in chunk sizes as an opportunity to not overwhelm. So, the first place I want to start with is yesterday was crazy. Besides not sleeping till 5:30, 6 in the morning every night. I went out in the world yesterday, and I live in a part of LA that if you go to certain areas, it can be really kind of shady and funky. And I went into the shady, funky area to go to the DMV. I didn't make it to the DMV, by the way. I came home and crawled up into a ball because the energies in which I'm experiencing inside myself have been pretty profound and pretty magical. And then I went out into what we consider the world, and I had a systems overload shutdown. And then, of course, what came next was like, you're not really making a difference. You suck at this. And I rolled up into a ball for quite a few hours. I was just like, I need popcorn and I need to check out. I'm sharing that with you because you may be going through some sort of this today, or you may have gone through it yesterday. And if you weren't making a difference, then you wouldn't hear that you don't make a difference. See how it works? So if you're hearing you suck, you don't really suck. You're actually probably amazing. So this is... there's combinations of energies coming on, right? So timelines are closing, and timelines are simply a reference to a very so we live in a collective, right? And the energy that's being held in place through a collective thinking process is collapsing down. So the best way for you to see that would be let's say you take think about the 80s, right? So the 80s were all about the cocaine and getting out there, and it was Wall Street, and it was all of that stuff. Even if you look at the actors of the movies back then, right? And if you look now, those are all old ways of being. And we're not functioning from that mentality state. And those are timelines. And it's a collective timeline, right? So if we reference that, you'd be like, whoa, that's really outdated. Even just the mind thoughts of how the person was thinking or feeling, it's different. It's functioning different, right? There's more elements to it now. That's a timeline. That's the best way to describe it. So these are coming down because new energy is coming on. So, you've got a container, and the container wants to put in more water, and your container has to empty out. So that's what's occurring on a very simplistic terminology, if you like to keep everything down to what you can understand. So the game is afoot, and the game is you're a horrible person, therefore you're an amazing person. So that's kind of how that functions, and I want to share that with you so you can be watching this, or I can be watching this, and then I can be reminding myself of that moment, which is kind of how I do it. I watch my own videos to help me get out of old patterns and loops. So that's the bite size on this. The good news is that we are I did want to add one more piece to it. Okay, so why are these shaming of self coming about, and why do you get these incessive thoughts that that you don't make a difference and all that stuff? These are catapults. They're opportunities. They're ways in which you've entered a low vibration frequency from where you've come from. And this low vibration frequency has to do with lower thought forms. And the lower thought forms stem from the ego state, right? So the ego state is consistently keeping you in how it feels about itself. So lower frequency would be like, it's not about anyone else, it's about me and what I get, right? Higher vibration that feels more loving would be, you know what, let's find a way to make everyone feel great in this moment, so we can all win and we can all feel really good, because I know you want to feel good and I know I want to feel good. So these are what we're traversing right now, and I share that with you because I don't read about things. I share based on what journey I'm on and what I'm experiencing, and then I've been, one of my gifts is that I can put it into words so we can come together as a collective and not feel alone when those moments hit. And we're going to talk about a deeper dive into those moments and into the ego in my next video. So I hope to see you there. In the meantime, peace out.